All right. Good morning and howdy, everybody. This is James with the Red Ink Black Coffee podcast for April 16th. I am a graphic designer available to help you promote your business, but in the meantime, we gather here and talk about life a little bit. It's been another busy week. I don't know what's going on. That summer season is kicking in, but this past week has felt like a bit of madness. And lately I've felt really good because I feel like I'm getting a lot done. I'm realizing I'm that guy, at least this week, I'm that guy who's waking up early and working all day and then finding out there's still time to get to the gym and making time to go and all that stuff. Doing stuff, getting it done. God, like that includes teaching myself some skills I learned, but I've been working more into the habit of like posting on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Blue Sky, and this YouTube mainly. But yeah, it's like I have the skills. I was thinking about it. I have the skills, but not the habits, which seems kind of self-defeating to know how to do something and not be doing it if it's something good for you, like that could help you. So I'm working on that lately. If you're listening to this, then yay, it's working. He's learning content creation, and the more I interact with like posting and stuff, the more I peek into the algorithm. I realize just like how much useless content is out there, including this. I think it's really easy to overthink what it is you're gonna make or who you're gonna be, online. When it's like there's no standard. There's no standard to this stuff. There's a little bit of a standard for like people are gonna come to stuff that's good, obviously. But as far as just like posting and keeping a habit and stuff, nothing can stop you. And I've learned that here lately. I'm at the gym. Surprise. I am running late though, so you're gonna get another compact version. Unless I come back later. That's a big old boy. A dog with a muzzle. I have not seen a dog with a muzzle in quite some time. It's kind of sad. I live out in the country, or I have lived out in the country, and people don't care where their dogs go. The dogs form gangs. Like the dogs get together and just roam. What was I saying? I'm at the gym. I was running late. Yeah, I try to make breakfast. I'm trying to be better on my macros, my diet, but it just takes so long to cook. And I did it wrong. I put a chuck roast in the oven and I forgot to add beef broth and it came out dry. Not bad, not inedible, but dry. I made dry brisket, but it takes so much time to actually eat like 6 times a day. Anyways, so I use ChatGPT for like everything now. If you have a problem with like AI generation, maybe this isn't the place for you. I don't think AI generation is like the the standard now, but I think it belongs in a lot of workflows, at least for iterations and ideas. Anyways, in doing a lot of stuff this week, a lot of time was wasted. I feel like not wasted, but ineffectively used. I've been dealing with a lot of clients that just don't know what they want. And they're also like too stubborn to take it from somebody who does this all day. Specifically, I have this one client. I'll put maybe I shouldn't put the logos up. We've been drafting logos, and every time they talk to me, we change directions, which isn't bad. Like sometimes you got to see what you don't like to know what you do like. But this seems kind of aimless, and it seems like I'm talking to the person who's not in charge. So I think this batch of logos is going to be something I template and sell on Etsy or something, because I've been back and forth so much and they're not nailing anything down. And this client stands out because it's just been like days and days of this, but there's been a few. There was another client last week, an auto dealership, like a big auto dealership. She came to us and she's like, hey, I ordered these pads and I'm not sure where the template is, where the file is, but could you, remake them? And so I started working on that. And then I contact her days later. I'm like, hey, we have your form ready. Does this look good? And she's like, oh, I realized that we go to a different printer for our stuff, and I didn't think you could do this. And it's like, oh, how did you think that when I told you we can do this? But you have to be polite to clients. You don't have to, but it helps, I guess. And we put that template online for sale. It's so ridiculous. Like, how are you going to be a secretary and your job is to call people and you realize the details of your order changed and you didn't call people? You just assumed. So it's a lot of stuff like that this week. A lot of running around. There was another job that stood out though. Back to young men's violence and depressing stories. So skip ahead if you're not here for it. Here in Austin, we had a young man die to a homicide by the hands of another young man, from what I understand, and that in itself is just like really tragic and upsetting. I don't know what the deal was, but yeah, that happened, and his family came out to my shop and wanted to print the memorials, and it just like caused me to stop. It was like one of the first jobs in the morning, and I was ready to get things done. It's just not what I expected to see that day. And then I did the thing of looking into it, because we don't usually get memorial programs for young people, and we ended up donating that stuff. But it's just really, really upsetting and really tragic, and with like all due respect, but it just, the only way you can describe it like from the outside is just stupid. It didn't have to happen. It's just young people not knowing what they're doing. Now one's dead and the other one's arrested, so it's like, really, what was the point? And I still don't know how I can reach out to like young people besides just like making content. I feel like I should have been a coach if that's what I cared about. I might be in the wrong field, and I could still do like personal training. I don't know. It's just upsetting, very upsetting. But if anything good comes of it, I guess I'm more inclined to produce templates and stuff for that, for memorials and remembrances. I don't know. It feels like such a rat race sometimes. And that's the real reason I stayed away from content creation and online stores and stuff. It's just a rat race. But it's kind of the trade-off. You can't really do anything good if you aren't in the game. You're not going to get anything if you aren't. So you got to take the good with the bad. Man, maybe I need to film these podcasts somewhere else. I'm getting like headlights because I'm at the gym and it's late, or it's early rather, and everyone who comes in is just like blinding me with the headlights. So maybe I need to switch it up. But yeah, besides the clients, I've been doing a lot of backdoor stuff. Or back-end stuff. Try to figure out Google Ads. That is a hassle. You don't really think about it because Google Ads is like the most ignorable, annoying thing. Like little sponsored links when you Google search something or in the corners. But when you actually pay to have your business advertised, you have to do so much iteration. Like it asks for 20 headlines and some taglines and some long headlines and 20 images and 5 videos. You have to have all this stuff. I realize now why like digital marketing is such a moneymaker, because if every platform acts like Google, that's a lot of work. Like I got something good out and I wasn't paying like a full budget. They recommended $50, but I'm like, no, you're getting 20. So it is kind of like the halfway ad, but I'm just looking for like some exposure at least. Also right now, through April, I'm doing 20% off printing deals. If you've got a big event to promote, get a discount. But I don't actually know how long I want to run advertising. A lot of my business is done through personal clients and meeting people. It's a weird niche I'm in, because I'm only getting exposure through online platforms, but I really only want personal clients. I don't know. I think it works best that way. But besides that, but yeah, in all the chaos, I did make some time for chow. They ended up halfway across the town because their friends like ditched them. No, they had places to go, and so I had to go pick them up. And it changed all my plans. Like all my plans were out the window at that point because it's gonna take some time. And so I just made the best of it and decided I'd take us out to a Mexican kitchen and have some beef fajitas because I was craving it. That's the real reason. I was just craving. And we go out, and this place ends up being like a high-end fancy Mexican restaurant, which is nice. Out here in Texas, we have Mexican restaurants all over the place, and they're not all high-end. It's not what I expected, but it made for a good night. And they were having a cute little movie night with like families all out on the patio and stuff. And the food was really good. And I think it's an important attitude to just be flexible and patient and just make the best of what you are doing. Even if what you're doing isn't what you planned, just take it with a good attitude, because you can still make good times with that. All right, well, that's my update for now. Busy week. The gym's about to open, so I'm gonna go do that. But y'all take care. I will see you in the next one.